Good morning, everybody. Yes, doing our devotional again today, and I would like to touch a little bit on the topic of age of influences. So when I looked at this topic, it kind of struck me like the age of influences. There's always been influences in the whole of age. You could even say the devil influenced Eve to take the fruits in the garden, so there's been influences. I just think with today's age, there are platforms. We have been given the opportunity that the average person, the person that didn't have a voice before, can have a voice now, can influence people. But that's also a scary thought, because you've got a lot of people that can influence in a very negative way. So it's very important to see also who influences you. Who's your influencer that you look up to and say, you know what, I admire this person, I would like to aspire to be more like this person. Is it a person of God? Is it a person that has your benefits in mind? And I came to this verse, 1 Corinthians 15, verse 33. It says, do not be deceived. Bad company ruins good morals. So when I looked into that and influencers, I realized you get different types of influencers. So there's a moral influencer, and it's kind of like an influencer that speaks the truth, that makes you look at what's right and wrong, and advises you to do the right thing. That's a moral influencer. Then you get a physical influencer that's kind of like when I think of a physical influencer, it's, say if I run past my neighbor's house every morning 6 o'clock, I'm doing a jog. It's something that I've been really trying to get started, and I've told my neighbor about it, and then she watches me run past and she gets influenced, and she physically gets influenced. She starts to jog, or she starts to do something that physically affects her because of my influence. I could also be an example. Yes, it's like a white cloth. You can't see the sun beating down on it, but it makes the cloth white, or there's an influence, a physical influence on that excuse me, on that cloth. You can see the influence. It's a physical one. Then you get like the sensibility influence, the sensitive one. You have compassion for someone. You influence them by being compassionate, by being kind, by being loving, and showing them a sensitive influence, And then there's a spiritual influence, which is kind of the important one to me. It's the one that, do you influence people to think of God, to really look deeper into the Bible? Are you a spiritual influencer? Is there divine influence in your spiritualness? Are you influenced by the Holy Spirit, which in a way works through you to influence other people? So with this, I think with Christians, we should try and be the spiritual influencer. You can be them all if you like, but to spiritually influence people, I think, is very, very important, to make them think about God, to make them ponder on God and the stuff of the Bible, Yes, so my advice is, take the opportunity to be an influencer, no matter where you are. If you're influencing your children, if you're influencing your neighbor, if you're influencing the lady at the counter at the shop by just saying, you know what, your smile is great, and it physically influenced her to smile. So try and be a good influencer, a spiritual influencer, a moral influencer, but also watch who influences you. It says here, Proverbs 12, verse 26, one who is righteous is a guide to his neighbor, but the way of the wicked leads them astray. So make sure you do not have a wicked way when you are influencing people, and make sure it's righteous. Ask the Holy Spirit to be your divine influence, and grab the age we're in, grab the opportunity of the age we're in, and make that influence. Just even if it's a kind word on a chat group, that is an influence to someone's life. Great. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and we will see you soon. Bye.